Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Dog Theon. Well, sort of. This is the creative test world um, for the Parthenon build on the Tree 2.0 server that I've been working on, trying to get some better ideas. Of course, this one has gotten a little bit further along than the one on the server. Just thought I'd pop in here, try to get some new ideas. I've had ideas of putting like a balcony section up through here. This has got the redstone lights on. I don't know why that redstone light. Yeah, no, that light's not on. It must be shining through a hole on the other side there. Popped. Anyway, just popping on here and trying to get some ideas. I'll let you guys see the lighting here as it turns on. Now I haven't decided on how fast I want this. It is set pretty slow to light up all the way down, so as you walk in, it lights up. And if you hear me holler, it's because my cat is attacking my feet. So he does have very sharp claws. This is just kind of a silhouette of the Athena statue. This is done in the same fashion as UHC monument on Minecraft. I really love the way that Good has designed these. This of course is just a generic fill-in for now. Mainly because there is some details that will not be, well actually the statue will not be added till the temple is completed. Because the statue is modeled after somebody. So I don't want to spoil anything or have it spoiled in somebody else's video by mistake. I'm still trying to figure out how to get these walls. I mean, these walls look horrible to me. And just because this repeating pattern isn't something I did, most of this was built in MC Edit. You know, I had to build and then copy and paste and then build some more by hand and then copy and paste because I'm not real skilled with MC Edit. This is kind of what the redstone looks like inside all these walls. It's a torch tower. Let me bust through here because this is just a save world. So on the lit blocks, torches are here instead of behind them. That's how that works. This is a rail cart system that I'm not happy with. I'm probably actually going to go with Woolly Creeper's Woolly Vader instead of this design. This up here will actually be the living quarters. Ricky from the server has asked me if I'd be willing to share this space, and it's, as you can see, this is more base than anybody needs for vanilla Minecraft. So I don't have a problem. So there'll be an elevator here and an elevator over here. This is just like I said, this is a concept test world. I haven't decided what will be back in this room yet. That's why it's not built. I do need to do some more research on the Parthenon. This is not a true representation of the Parthenon and was never intended to be, but was highly inspired by it. The idea mainly is for this entire build to be 100% spawn proof with zero lighting. So half slab, stairs, everything. course, this version, I did not have put the doors on when I saved this and uploaded it to Dropbox. I hadn't found a tutorial I like. I am currently using Mumbo Jumbo's 3x3 on the build. I remember, and of course the Parthenon on the server has staircase here and furnaces and stuff. We can pop down. As you can see, I didn't put the bottom on this, like just on desert floor. This is the redstone, and the redstone is a little bit different on the server, and it's actually triggered by opening the door, but it just runs down on a timer circuit. I've got so many repeaters here so I can adjust timings to something I'm more happy, and instead of putting in, taking out, putting in, taking out, I can just come over here and adjust it any way I want. This comes up the backside. I have played around with this, trying to add things to make it a bit more spectacular. I have gone in and brought up the torches. I don't know if this has got the save version or not. Up here, that the torch towers in the back here come across inside the upper room and open up a panel in the ceiling and pour lava down into a pool. It tended to lag a little bit and it wasn't very exciting. Consider most of this statue will be out of wool and other flammable materials, and it wasn't such a hot idea. And you see it's still quite dark in here, so I've got to find something better for lighting. Not sure what I'm going to do. I do kind of like the thought of having a balcony up here. I don't know if I will section this off. So you have to actually come up the stairs to the balcony level, which would go all the way down. You come up here, so you're at head level. Show you down here where this balcony is at. As you can see, you're basically at the shoulder level. You can look the statue in the eye. I had thought in ancient times, not in all cultures, but many cultures, when they came to worship, they'd put down, like a prayer rug or something, and they'd worship or pray to their deity. But it doesn't quite work too well with half slabs. There are other possibilities that we can do. I just haven't decided what I want to do. Some of the other things that we had thought about is the desert that is in the on the server. We've designated as kind of like a holy place. Not necessarily religious, but a holy place. If say one of us is a really big fan of, say, I don't know, let's say Etho, we may build a temple or something that honors some of Etho's greatest builds, or I mean, religion's not out of the question. It's just, the Parthenon, it was Athena. Athena is pretty much a lost religious culture, but it is, the Parthenon is one of the greatest human builds ever, from a geometric and also just architectural build standpoint. Now some of you are thinking, it's like, Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know you, Dog Matter. Your Athena is going to be Zombie Cleo. Raw. Yes, it will not be Zombie Cleo. I will promise you that. It is a secret that very few people on the server know who it actually will be. Over here's where I was kind of getting to. We had thought, well, I had thought of calling the desert out there the Sands of Time Forgotten, and I had thought because the Parthenon on the server is like 50 or 60 blocks up in the air, hovering above the desert. We had thought about putting it on an hourglass, and then there would be a hidden drop to below the desert, where we might have a little adventure or a maze or something. And I had found an hourglass on the internet that I really, really liked, and I was trying to, get a good scale of that hourglass that would look at least semi-correct in size. We have the Parthenon sitting on it and still get the details of the image that I found online, and then discovered that this hourglass would have to be almost 700 blocks tall to get the details that I want and in scale. So that thought was abandoned, but I may use this design somewhere else. It is kind of an interesting shape and detail. Adds a little bit more color. I'm still not real happy with this roof. Because I think I just started at the wrong point. I really want, you can see this lines up too wide. I really wanted this to end in a single peak, so you get the right block, adding stairs to get that peak and still maintain the 2:3 ratio going down. I'd have to tear this all out and redo it. I don't know how much it was worth it. Gummy Gamer has worked on a design for the facade here that like here she's got a scale model of tree, and then I think over on this side she's got Ricky's little castle and some other stuff. This looks horrible. Then she's got something here. I can't remember what she's got here. And it goes down a little bit smaller things. She's mainly used these slabs, the stone slabs. I believe Ricky's castle is something like this. I don't remember the image off the top of my head. Well, I didn't even think about talking about it when I started filming this. He's got his little castle or something like that. Not sure what we're going to do on the back side. Probably there. I'll get the new blocks in here. every now and then or so. Add some detail, dimension. It's been a real problem building some of this. Andesite and stone. I really wish I had reversed these with the regular smooth stone on top and bottom and the middle like we did with the middle pillars. Still working on this little detail. Haven't decided if I want to put like a balcony out this way. I haven't. The inside balcony would be up here, so I haven't decided if I want to put one here and then wherever that is in here. Whatever level, bring a door out. So many things to think about. Now I thought about maybe putting something stained glass design, but stained glass lag really wasn't appropriate for build time. I wouldn't believe. The outside, I kind of want at least semi-accurate. What goes on the inside when the door is closed, that is all totally optional. I don't know if anybody has any ideas or feedback. You can always catch me on Twitter, the Dog Miner. Send me a screenshot of something that you might have an idea for, maybe a detail that might improve the look or add more dimension, more shape, more texture. Really desperately in need of something to do with this wall. I'll give you kind of close up of what I had started, giving it a little bit of a Taj Mahal kind of feel. That's kind of what gave me this idea with the brick walls, or cobblestone walls. I'm really not much into the the mossy bricks and stuff like that, which would probably help it a lot. I'm just not very good at making it look natural. Not some pre-programmed pattern. Sorry about that. And then people that care for temples, they try to keep them clean and pristine, especially for in ancient times that was their duty, because the gods may be offended. That's why with this build, one of the reasons why it's on a build is and planned to be mob proof, is because that would taint the temple. So there will be, even though that we have such a large base up in the roof, there will be no animals allowed, as far as farm animals. There may be a section, probably around the backside there. In ancient times, they might sacrifice burnt offerings or worldly possessions. Some religions, they sacrifice animals at the altar. really don't want them inside the main temple area, so this may be a symbolic area, or just might wind up being storage. We had joked about having a mascot. Well, I was mainly joking. It's just like that. It's like some religions. There was always some religions, that um, the cow is sacred. Other religions, it's like there was the sacrificial lamb. And it's just like, it was realistic for the time, but in today's society that may offend somebody, so definitely not going to do that. We would rather be inaccurate in representation than to be offensive to anybody for any reason. So when I do things like this, I try my best. And there's always, one or two people that you may say or do something that they don't like. It's just like, that's not how I intended it. But, if I can avoid it, I will. Um, so, if I say or do something that offends you, it was not intentional. I do like this, the ancient Greek religions and the Roman religions and the old world religions are pretty much lost as a society, so I may adapt them. It's like instead of Athena, somebody like Zombie Cleo, Aurelian, Lapis Lazuli, or some, some popular female Minecrafter may be replaced for a female deity, or I may throw a total kink in the chain and put a male uh, Minecrafter there, because this is a fantasy world and it does not have to be realistic. It was never intended to be realistic. So it's going to be really hard telling um, what the actual finished product may look like. Somebody had pointed out that the original Parthenon was built out of sandstone. And it's like, well, yeah, and the original Parthenon was not built in a desert. So it's kind of, it's a modern twist, adaptation, however you want to look at it, of the possibilities of a fantasy world. Some people like to role play, and it was just never the intent of our server, this possibility that we could do at some point if we wanted to. But this is not real educated on the Parthenon, but I know it's considered to be architecturally perfect, architecturally beautiful, and that is the ratio of which it was built, which this one is quite far off because of Minecraft. And I'll grab some blocks so I kind of explain how that is determined. So you got a block, and should have been rolled off. Now you got a 2 by 1. That's it's just not very pretty. But there's your 3 by 2. Now this is percentages of a block, because you can't get like a tenth of a meter in Minecraft. probably doing this wrong, and Ash is going to kill me for getting it wrong. But, you know, there's a ratio of length and height, or length and depth, that is considered perfection, beautiful, sometimes referred to as a magic square. There is a fancier name for it, I just can't remember it at 2 o'clock in the morning. For anybody wondering, this build, now I forgot to actually center it on chunks when I did it, but it's 4 chunks wide, and 8.5 chunks long, and unless something changed in some of the things, it's supposed to be 45 blocks tall, the 45th being a half block. So it is a very large build. I have not done a block count on this, but I would imagine it's quite a bit once it gets done and everything's installed, and I will probably have a final block count because I am curious, now that I bring it up, exactly how big this thing is. I mean, I know some people have bigger builds, smaller builds that even look better than this, and it, you know, range from a couple thousand to a couple million. The build on the server is 100% survival, so death is real, mobs are real. Keeping it mob free during building is a real challenge. So say, like on the server now, mainly just about half the pillars are in. So when we pillar up and enter pearl back down, or if you don't care about your death count, you jump down. Every one of those pillars on the server has a torch on it. Unfortunately, you know, things like ender pearls, and there have been mobs in the temple, endermites. As far as I know, there has never been a zombie or a skeleton or a creeper. I hope to keep it that way. Endermites are an annoyance that just happen. And luckily they despawn after a couple seconds, so it's no big deal. You know, endermites are kind of mysterious, mystic. You know, they're parasites, annoying parasites. You know, it could be far worse. The one thing I did have a problem with on the server was we were getting the pillars in, and my render distance was set to like 4. I've been playing around with some modded Minecraft, so I had to turn my render distance way down. So when I was on the far side that does not have pillars currently, I was counting these pillars over here, and I counted 14. And they're supposed to be 17. So I was like, okay guys, I made a mistake, we need to add some more pillars. So, I don't know if it was Ricky or Gummy, came in and added 3 more pillars. Well, I came in to lay some more of the flooring, and it's like, wait a minute, this looks way too long. Well, because my render distance was short, I didn't see that there actually was 17 pillars. So then we had 21. So now I've got about 2 chunks of smooth stone that still needs to be taken out. Other projects, motivations, not wanting to go too much further without having a set plan of how to finish this. It's kind of been put on hold, and I've been working out at the water monument on that project. I'm hoping that something out there will spark a detail I hadn't thought about doing before, and I'll get back out here. One of the things I have discovered out at the water monument, and part of this, oh, I can't remember which one of the hermits it was. But anyway, I discovered something that I thought was kind of an interesting look while I was taking the water out of the water monument. Just filling in with whatever blocks I have to block off to section it off. Is how good green block. That netherrack looks with Press Marine. I built part of the sectioning off with another rack, and it's just like, well, it kind of looks good. It looks better in the daytime, but it is an interesting look. I may do something not out here, but just discover new things that you never had thought about. I don't have as much time in my day anymore to watch everybody else's videos to get an idea or an inspiration. And there are people that once inspired me that are doing other things that don't interest me at all, so I don't watch as many videos as I probably should. And I do apologize for that. It's just there are annoyances. I've never really been a first-person shooter fan. I used to play them when I was younger, but just when I see people playing Minecraft and they bring in mods that turn Minecraft into Half-Life 4 or Bioshock or something like that, it's like, I watch your channel for Minecraft and Minecraft ideas, inventions. Modern Minecraft's great, but if I wanted to watch you play, Half-Life, I watched your Half-Life videos. If I want to watch you race a car, why would I want to watch Minecraft when, there's so many better racing simulators? A lot of people are playing Flyboys, which is a really nice pack. But, if I want to watch people combat flying and stuff like that, flight simulators, there's so many of them. Why do it in Minecraft? It kind of taints. And the possibilities are great. It's just not what I'm into. I've actually stopped following some people because they're doing more stuff in Minecraft that's not my interest, and they're just not producing content that interests me. It's not because I don't like them. I really love many of them. It's just, they're not producing content that I can personally use or be inspired by. So, if, it's like your favorite movie star or musician, if they change their genre to something that you have no interest in. Let's say you're really into horror movies and your favorite actor is producing nothing but comedies. And, you may watch, but if you really don't like comedies, you're not going to be following that actor very much longer until they go back to the genre that you like. Yeah, I know a lot of this is rambling and me flying around looking stupid. Uh, something I am famous for. I thought, it's like something to do. I can't sleep. Got some life stressors that are life choices dealing with right now. Trying to go back to school, and that's not going too well. So, yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up for the night and maybe hop on the server and work on that old lighthouse that I've started. So, y'all have a good night.